Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Car Chronicles. Happy Friday to everyone. Um, happy Friday, happy Friday. I'm here, guys. I'm not feeling my best this morning, but we're going to get through this live. Um, Apologies for not checking in with you guys yesterday for my pop in. I was not feeling good, guys. I went to the dentist and got my braces adjusted, and oh my God, why ain't nobody tell me? Why ain't nobody tell me that shit is so uncomfortable? I had a headache out of this world, and I still have a slight headache this morning. And my dentist had already told me it was gonna be some slight discomfort, but I'm just like, bitch, it feels like a migraine. Like, what the hell? So yeah, I came in yesterday and I took me some Tylenol and I laid down and had to take one this morning just so I can kind of get through my live and everything else. Like, oh my God, it's uncomfortable. But pain is beauty. So we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. It's uncomfortable. But yes, so my mouth is kind of hurting this morning due to them adjusting my braces yesterday. But we're going to get through this shit today. Listen, and I got to work a little bit today. So we're going to get through it. But thank you guys for being so understanding. Somebody said, you were worried about me. I'm fine. I had to come home yesterday, guys, after I left the dentist and lay down because my head was hurting so damn bad from these braces getting adjusted. My head was hurting, like pounding. So I came home and took some Tylenol and laid it down, and it was a wrap. I was just like, there's no way in hell I was not coming on live feeling like that. And this morning, I still kind of have a slight headache from it, but my dentist was telling me in a few days that it should calm down. It's just the shifting. Y'all know how it is when you have braces. It's the shifting of your teeth. So in a few days, he said in a few days, 2 to 3 days or so, it should kind of, wear off. So, oh my God. But yeah, so it's kind of like an uncontrollable headache that you kind of have to deal with during that. So in the next 6 weeks, I got to do another adjustment and go through that shit again. But I mean, like I said, pain is beauty, baby. We got to fix these teeth. And because y'all know I'm a public figure now, I got to have my shit right. I don't want to be up here talking to people and my grill looking busted which it wasn't busted. I mean, I had a few crooked teeth and I can go ahead and say that, but fixing them is one of the things that I wanted to do while I'm actually online talking to people. When you're talking to people, a public figure, you want to make sure that your grill and all that be straight, because I notice everything. And if I notice everything, I know other people do as well. So that's something I wanted to do for myself. And I'm glad I did it, but oh God, the headache of it all is literally a headache. Okay. Said someone, can you refer coleslaw? I'm hearing she got her, she finally got her braces off, you guys. Somebody said you're faithful to your channel and us. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Joy Speak. All right, I appreciate it. I try to be as faithful as I can to you guys, but y'all know it. I'm human. Sometimes I'm not going to feel good. And I want to come on. I wanted to come on so bad yesterday, but I said I cannot. When I have a headache, I'm irritated and I just had to lay down. So that's what I had to do. And thank you guys for being so understanding. But I'm hearing that Coleslaw finally got her braces like completely off. I remember she got the top was off and then she still had them bottoms on. And every time she talked, she would try to hide them. But they said she finally got them off. And I think the last time she went live, I didn't see them. So, child, maybe she scraped up enough money, child, to go on and get them up off there. Because, she got to make them payments. If she don't make them, they ain't going to take them hoes off. But anyway, let's go ahead into the show, honey. Everything said in the video is alleged, in my opinion. I say, yay. And is used for fair use and entertainment. Okay. Again, fair use and entertainment. All right. So let's go ahead and get into some topics. I got some dragging to do this morning, even with a headache, honey. I'm getting somebody's ass this morning for something that I saw. We're going to save it to the end because y'all know I like to show out at the end of my show, honey. So stick around. Stick around because I gotta talk about somebody today. And if you saw the description, you already know who it is. So we gotta talk about it. All right, but Nene Leakes' son Bryson, guys, is finally out of jail. Y'all know he did a little stint in jail for they said he had some drugs on him. And he had he got out on bond. They're saying he got some kind of bond. He's 33 years old. Y'all remember the story? We talked about it where he was arrested, where he gave a fake name. He was saying that he was Brent, his brother's Brent, but his name is Bryson. So police arrested him for being somewhere he wasn't supposed to be, and giving a fake name to police. And they also found some narcotics on him. So he was put in jail. They're saying that he's finally out now. I think it was, I want to say a couple of days ago, he finally got out. Of course, y'all know Nene was saying she was not letting him out. She was not getting him out. because that was her last recourse to get him some help. And I think he was supposed to be going to rehab as well. So yeah, he got out on a bond of $1,850. $1,850 was his bond where he got out. I don't know who paid that, but he is finally out. All right. So prayers to him that he can get some help, because he's been dibbling and dabbling in some crazy stuff here. And I want him to finally get himself together so that he don't wind up somewhere unalive, because the life that he is living right now, the streets, baby, there's nothing out in them streets, honey, but jail or death. And that's just on period. Jail or death. If you're not going to do what you need to do in terms of trying to get a job and turning your life around. Bryson is a father now of 2 children, from my understanding. He needs to get a job and focus on rebuilding his life, because it's not Nene's responsibility to take care of him and do anything for him anymore. You're grown with children. It's time to wise up and take on the responsibility that you need to take on. All right. Moving on to the next topic. Lauryn Hill, guys, you guys know she's on tour. She's on tour, and she kicked off her tour for one of her shows in New Jersey. There's a lot of people that's kind of going off online talking about how this show is going with Lauryn Hill. Now, you guys already know the history with Lauryn Hill. If you buy tickets to go see Lauryn Hill, the show is going to start late. All right. This particular show started so late that people were pissed. Now, they're saying that the show was supposed to start, her New Jersey show was supposed to start at 7:30 p.m. All right. Lauryn did not hit the stage, you guys, they're saying, until 10:30 p.m. Imagine buying tickets to go and see somebody, to support them, one of your favorite artists, and you get there and the show is supposed to start at 7:30, and the show doesn't start, or she does not come on stage until 10:30. Y'all, that's a long time that you're waiting for somebody to hit the stage. And you already paid your money. Think about it. You already paid your money. You're not getting no money back. So you got to just kind of stay there and wait it out. And then they're saying once she got on the stage, that she really changed up the version of her songs, like her original songs from the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. She was performing those songs. They said she changed up the version of her songs so much so to the point to where people who were trying to sing along in the audience could not sing along because they didn't know what the hell she was singing. Like, just think about it. I was like, Lord, they said her sound was bad. The sound was not good. And they were saying that she was rushing through the songs. They didn't like that. They felt like they didn't get their money's worth for the show. And I don't want to downplay Lauryn, because she is a great artist. I don't know what she's going through. Maybe I don't know. I don't even want to speculate, but I feel like that's a hot damn mess. One of the fans, because y'all know I look at comments. One of the fans was saying they were very, very disappointed with the concert, that they wanted a refund. A lot of people were asking for refunds. This particular person said they paid $1,200 to see Lauryn Hill. And they were very, very, very disappointed for the lackluster show that she gave. And the fact that she showed up super duper late. So I don't know why people are still buying tickets to go see Lauryn Hill, because this is something that's been going on for years. Every time Lauryn says she's going on tour or she's going to do a show somewhere, she is always super duper late. Like, I have heard this many, many times. And not to try to, I'm not trying to say I'm trying to downplay Lauryn or speak negatively about her. I'm speaking facts. Lauryn Hill is going to be late if you ever go to see her for a show. Okay. And then to get there and the sound is off and you're rushing through the songs and you're not able to sing along and or enjoy classic songs. Okay. That whole album was a classic album. Every single song on there was a hit. So imagine you out in the audience, you trying to sing along with her, and she done switched up the whole damn song, and you can't even damn sing along to the damn song because you don't even know the new version of what she done put together. So a lot of people were so upset about that. So shout out to you, Lauryn. I still like her as an artist, but will I pay money to go see her? Let me guess. Hell no. Okay. Hell no. I got her music on the iPod and all that. I'm good on that. And like I said, I like Beyonce too. I just don't see spending $1,200 to go and see nobody in concert. I just don't see it. I don't get no investment back on that. I like to put my money towards stuff, that I'm gonna get money back on. You can't no investment in that. You go see her and that's it. And then now you see that you didn't get a great show. But let's move on, child. Let's move on. Jada Pinkett, and I'm gonna hit and quit this right here. We ain't gonna stay on it. Her kids are now speaking out and they're asking her to be quiet and stop talking because they do not like the way she is throwing their dad under the bus. Jada's kids, okay, her kids are asking her to please, Jada Rumpelstiltskin Alcina Smith. That's what I renamed her as, okay? Jada Rumpelstiltskin Alcina Smith, your kids are asking you to please stop doing interviews and talking about their father because they are tired of you embarrassing him, okay? Yes. I didn't think they had that much sense, but apparently they do. Yes, Jada Rumpelstiltskin, that's what I renamed her. That's what it's giving me. Jada Rumpelstiltskin Alcina Smith, please stop doing interviews. Okay. And I'm speaking for your children who have asked you to stop doing interviews talking about their father because they are tired of you hopping your ass in interviews and talking negatively about them. If you guys decided this is how you want to live your life, fine. We know y'all are dysfunctional. You don't need to keep doing interviews to convince me. All right. Thank you. And goodbye, Jada Rumpelstiltskin Alcina Smith. All right. Yes. Oh my God. All right, let's move on, child. I ain't got no more for her. No, I do not. I do not. Goodbye, Rumpelstiltskin. Goodbye. Goodbye, Rumpelstiltskin. Damn. You got me laughing with a headache, child. Lord. All right. Oh, my God. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the next topic. This person I kind of like as an artist. I do not like their mentality. Let me just say that. All right, and I see why your damn wife left you. Now that you out here on this level of bullshit. Waka Flocka, rapper Waka Flocka reveals how Donald Trump taught him how to avoid taxes. Is he going to teach you how to do that time? Because that's, did you see they locked his ass up? You are not above being locked up as well. Now, I don't know if you're just trying to get some type of attention, Waka Flocka, but let me just say, Trump's ass avoided taxes and he's in a whole lot of trouble and facing a whole lot of time. So if you are taking any type of anything from him, just know that you're gonna get the same in return. Okay, you have to pay taxes. So if you taking some type of whatever from him, let me go ahead and play what he had to say because this shit is so ignorant. All right,
stop putting everything in your name, create a business, an LLC, put everything in LLC, and open up a C corp. If you don't know this, you need to figure these out. I'm telling you the names. Get a C corp to run an LLC. If you want to make it even deeper, go get a trust fund to run a corp that runs the LLC. You want to get even deeper, own two trust funds for your business and your person to run that trust that runs all the business. And you get deep, my God. Absolutely. And Donald Trump actually showed me that method. That's how he didn't pay tax. Stop putting everything.
Y'all hear that?
Create a business, an LLC.
All right. The feds is watching. That's all I'm gonna say. The feds is watching, Waka Flocka. That's why Tammy left your ass, because you don't know what you on that bullshit over there. You see? You better go look at all the charges that Trump is actually facing right now, which is a whole lot. It's like 90-something charges that they got on his ass. You cannot play with the IRS when it comes to that. And then the fact that you sitting here naming out shit that Trump taught you to do, put your businesses in LLCs, yeah, okay, go right ahead. And when they investigate your ass, you're gonna be locked up behind that. So keep taking pointers from damn Donald Trump. All right, keep taking. And y'all know his mom is a huge supporter of Donald Trump as well. Deb, if y'all know her from Love and Hip Hop, Deb Anthony, which is his mom, she's a huge Trump supporter. And you can support whoever you want to, but it's the ignorance for me. You already know what he stands for. He's not for our kind. He's just not. So the fact that you would support someone who really is just wanting to be in office so that he can, adopt his negativity onto the people that really support him. That's what it is. He wants a platform to spew out his negativity. That's all it is. And the fact that you support that type of negative energy, Trump is very low vibrational. And anybody that follow him, I just got to say, you are very low vibrational as well because of what he represents. I don't like to call people ignorant, but that's sheer ignorance to me. I'm sorry. I can't get behind that. I can't get behind that. But let's move on. Jeezy finally speaks, you guys, after filing for divorce from Sue Young, aka Jeannie Mai. Okay, he finally speaks out. And I will read what he had to say. He said, the decision to end this chapter in my life was not made impulsively and comes with a heavy heart. He said, despite this, my love and respect for Jeannie remains, and the time that we spent together holds a cherished place in my heart. He says, our beautiful daughter is the best gift from our relationship, and I'm committed to assuring that she feels the love and stability that she deserves. He says that during this period, I kindly request that you respect our family's privacy as we focus on healing. Jeezy Jenkins, he signed off on it. Okay, that's what he had to say. This is the first thing that we've heard from him since he actually filed for divorce. Okay, she's been doing interviews, but now he's finally spoken out about this. So yeah, somebody said y'all tripping in the chat. So what do y'all think about that? He's finally spoken up. He didn't say anything negatively. He's focused on his daughter. He says that she'll always hold a place in his heart because, you know, they are still going to be family since they have a child together. But it's clear that he has decided and made up in his mind that he wants to move on because he feels that that's the best thing for him. And I feel like sometimes you kind of move too quickly in situations. And I think he realized that he might have moved too fast in this situation to marry Jeannie, and it's just best to cut ties and move on. It doesn't mean you hate this person. It doesn't mean that you want to see this person fail, but it just means that you realize that you deserve better. And a lot of people need to realize that when you're in a relationship, it's not working out. Don't keep holding on to something that's not holding on to you. Realize the fact that you can still let go and let that person move on with their life and find better and be happy. Everybody deserves to be happy. Don't stay in a situation to be miserable like Tisha Marceau just because you got years on it. That's the stupidest shit ever. It's somebody out there that will love the hell out of you and love you so good and so right that you just, you know, it's out there. But you got to be patient and you got to date and you got to put yourself out there and got to be receptive to finding that person and also working on yourself until you do. And don't jump the gun and run out there and just grab the first thing along somebody that look at you a certain way or compliment you. You got to find out who this person really is because you have people out there. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You have people out there that's looking for a place to stay. They want to date somebody just to have a place to stay. You have sorry ass individuals like that. People who want to date somebody, they realize, oh, this person got their own place. All right, yeah, I'm falling in love with this person. I need a place to stay. So it's people out there that's like that, that's sick like that. It's people out there that want to be with you because of what you have and not for who you are. That's manipulation. That's manipulation. And I know people that do that stupid shit. Because people get tired of being lonely and they be like, oh, this person, oh yeah, this might work. And you wind up being miserable as hell. They bring nothing to the relationship. The only thing they're giving you is sex. And after a while that gets boring, you be like, okay, what else are you bringing to the table? Please be careful out there, women and men, because you got some women out there that's slicker than a can of oil out here, baby, that will tell you some shit. These weak lines that they throwing out here now, baby, listen, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Guard your heart. Cut on your x-ray vision, honey, and your internal radar and pray about that thing and say, God, show me the person that's supposed to be for me. He will show you, but you have to be patient. You have to be patient. Our time is not God's timing. And if you're waiting on God to give you that person, which is always the right thing to do, you have to have patience. Don't rush it. You can date in the meantime, that's fine, but don't make a lifelong decision over a person that somebody say guard your pocket. Definitely guard your pocket. Definitely do that. Women, don't be out here taking care of no man. Don't be out here taking care of no man. No, ma'am. No. We're not doing that. Don't take care of no man. He needs to be able to stand on his own and have his own, meaning his own place to stay, his own car. He needs to have a bank account. He needs to have some money in savings. That shows me that you are responsible with your money. Okay. If you live in check to check, it's a problem. It's something going on there. Nobody should be living check to check. And I know everybody has some things that's going on in their life where you might be rebuilding or whatever. That's fine. But you're supposed to get to a place in your life where you don't even realize you got paid. Am I talking to somebody or am I talking to somebody? That's the level of comfort that you're supposed to be at. You're supposed to be at a place in your life where you don't even realize you got paid. Your check go into your account. You be like, did I get paid today? Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know if I got paid today. You're supposed to be at that level. Have multiple sources of income because you never know if something goes bad over here. You got this over here. Your cushion to where you be okay. I've always been that way since I was a teenager. I like things. So in order to have those things, you got to work to have those things. Ever since I was a teenager and was able to work, I've always had multiple sources of income. I work over here and I had something going on over here. All legit shit. So don't nobody be saying Cameron was doing some. Hell no. I like to live a certain type of lifestyle. And in order to do that, it takes money to do it. So I've always put myself in a position to not rely on one source of income. I do have a great job. Thank God. 21 years on the job. But if I don't ever walk my foot back in that door to my job, I will still be able to live my same lifestyle that I live right now. You know why? I have multiple sources of income. My husband has a great job as well. So we put ourselves in a situation to where we're okay. If this falls over here, we still have this going on over here to where we can still do what we need to do. And that's how you have to look at things, and that's how you have to be. Be financially comfortable. Don't be looking in terms of, oh, I need to get married so I can have my finances together. No. If that person walk out the door tomorrow, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Period. What are you going to do? Always set yourself up to where you're okay in any situation. It doesn't matter. In any situation, don't ever put yourself in a situation to where you are one paycheck away from not being able to make it. And I'm speaking finances. I'm real good with numbers. Yeah, that's just how I live. That's just how I live. This YouTube thing, that's petty money for me. That's petty money for me. I promise you guys. And I don't want to sit up here and talk money. I'm very responsible with my money. I don't spend to the penny. Yes, I do. Sometimes if I see some shit I like, I will spoil myself every now and again because I like things. But when it comes to being financially secure, I like that feeling. You can't sleep good when you're worrying about bills. You can't sleep good when you're worrying about, oh my God, are they going to come and pick my damn car up tomorrow? I don't like that feeling. I don't live that way. I don't live that dangerously. I don't. Like I said, I don't spend money on going to concerts and shit like that sometimes, but I'm not going to spend $1,200. I've been to some concerts before because I like music, but you better believe I didn't spend no $400-500 to go see nobody. Hell to the no. But that's to anybody out there. Make sure that you are financially secure. Don't live up against it like that, guys. And don't rely on a man or a significant other to pull you out of debt. Make sure you're straight before you get into that situation because people come and go. People come and go. Make sure you're good, okay? And that's to anybody out there that's looking in terms of getting into a relationship or getting married. It's a great thing to have another person there with a second, income. That's great. That's great. But make sure my mother taught me that. Don't always put all your eggs in one basket, baby. Have several baskets that you can pick from just in case something happens, because the way the world continues to change, you just never, ever know. I promise you. It works. I've been doing it for years, since I was 16, 17 years old, since I could work. I'm in my 40s now. And that still continues to be my go-to. Every morning I wake up, I'm going to make money in my sleep, and I'm going to be okay. Okay? Like, for real, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. And that's to anybody else out there. Always make sure you handle your business money-wise. I don't tell my business like that. I don't need to. I let other people jump on it. Oh, she don't have this. If it makes you feel good to go to bed at night and think what Caramel don't do and what she don't. Caramel is very smart over here. I promise you. I ain't been in the game for 21 years at my job like that for nothing. I don't want to sit here and say what I do because that's kind of private in terms of what I do at work. It's a very corporate job, and I do deal with numbers. So I know how to manage my own shit. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to be sitting over here broke. I promise you, because I'm going to always have multiple sources. God has blessed me with several gifts, and I'm going to put those to use. And we're going to make some money from them gifts too, period. I'm good with the pen over here. I write music for people. I get paid for that. I do. That's a job. Okay. So yeah, find out what your gifts are. That's another thing. Before I move on, find out what your gifts are and turn those into monetary gain. Everybody in here is blessed with some type of gift. If you can sew good, turn that into monetary gain. Start making clothes for people. Start sewing things for people. Start repairing items for people. Most people take their clothes to the cleaners when they need stuff repaired. Start a small business to where you're repairing people's clothes and make money. Why not do that? Tap into what you're good at and turn it into money. All right. I like to write. I turn that into money. Why not? If you like babysitting, if you like kids, start an in-home babysitting place. Get the credentials that you need to watch children and get paid from that. People got to go to work. There you go. Get you an in-home daycare, 5, 6, 7, 8 kids, charge a certain amount. Boom, that's income. Everybody got to go to work at least 5 days a week. That's 5 days of income from multiple children. I'm just showing you different ways where you can make money doing easy stuff. If you're a great cook, start you a small business, get your credentials that you need, and start doing that. A lot of people make money from doing candy apples. I like stuff like that too. I just don't have time. Candy apples and chocolate covered strawberries make a killing out here. Start a business like that to where you can subsidize your income in addition to your regular job to make money. Don't sit on one source of income when you can make many sources and be financially secure. Okay. Somebody said, great advice, Cameron. Yes, I always think about different ways where I can make money. I do. But let's move on. Okay. Let's move on. All right. Next topic. I just want to help. I always like to throw out gems to help people. Okay. I like to throw out gems to help people every now and then. Okay. Because we got a good little brain over here. We're smart over here. All right. Let's move on to the next topic. Those of you who watch Basketball Wives, British Williams from the show Basketball Wives, you guys, her sentencing for fraud, she has 15 fraud charges to be exact. That has been postponed. She is still facing those charges, though. Okay, let me show you guys a picture. Shout out to the Jasmine brand, if you guys know who British Williams is. That is her from the show Basketball Wives, okay? That's her. All right, so let's continue. It says that British Williams has pleaded guilty to 15 felonies after being arrested for stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars in government money. It says that reportedly she was charged with 5 counts of misuse of a social security number, 4 counts of bank fraud, 3 counts of making false statements to the IRS, and 3 counts of wire fraud. All those charges, she's going to be facing a lot of time in prison. It says that British was scheduled to be sentenced on Wednesday, which was October 19th. That was this week. However, her court hearing was reportedly pushed back to October the 24th. Okay. Now they're saying in addition to fines that she is facing 30 years in prison for bank fraud and 20 years for wire fraud. Okay. So if you guys want to read up more on that, you can head on over to the Jasmine brand because that is where I saw it. But British is facing a lot of time in prison. She is a mother of a daughter, which will now have to grow up without her mother because of very selfish choices that her mother made in addition to trying to get ahead of the system. You can't ever get ahead of them. And like I said the other day, when you're messing with the IRS, they don't come after you the first day that you do stuff. They let it pile up. And so does the government. They let that stuff pile up and then they come after you later on once you've just done, like they said, hundreds of thousands of dollars. They didn't just come after her when she did it the first time. They sat back and watched and waited. And they struck when it was the right time to do so. And she just kept going and kept going. There says that hundreds of thousands of dollars that she defrauded out of the government. So she is facing a lot of time. So British, baby, I don't know what to say to you. Maybe prayers to you because, baby, you're going to be spending a lot of time in the penitentiary. And y'all know I like to call it that, okay? Let's move on. Let's go ahead and get into the situation with Wanda, all right? For those of you, I did not watch her live. I took some inserts from someone else's live that I saw because I refuse to go over there and give her any clicks and views because it's child. I can't do Wanda like that. So I do want to kind of cover what was said and address some things before we get out of here because we are approaching 28 minutes on the clock. All right, so Wanda blames the millimeters, you guys. Wanda blames the millimeters for Tisha and Marceau's downfall. How you got into doing that, ma'am, I don't know, but let's get into it. I'm going to talk about some of the things that she talked about on her live, and we're going to address it. Now, Wanda says that Marceau bought the lot across from Black, okay? Their little restaurant, they're little. When I say little, I mean that literally. And she says that a millimeter called the police on Marceau to stop their day event, you guys, for their Alabama A&M. Y'all remember they had the Alabama A&M situation that they had going on there. She's saying that a millimeter called the police to stop Marceau and them's day event, which the day event was stopped from what I'm hearing. Okay, that they did have their event at night, which they did have a lot of people there, but they're saying that the situation was that the lot that that Marceau allegedly purchased across from Black, that was taken up, plus other businesses that were around them. People were parking there as well, and other people who were trying to go to those businesses, they could not get there because of all the people that were there during the day. Like there was no parking for the actual businesses that were near Black. So somebody called the police, which she's trying to say was a millimeter. It could have been anybody. So what does the millimeters have to do with this situation? That's so ignorant. That's so ignorant. You don't know who called. You don't know who called the police. So for you to just blame it on the millimeters, I think that's very irresponsible of Wanda. I think she likes to hear herself speak sometimes. Okay. Now, as you guys know, Tisha went on her IG to say when this situation happened, because I remember she says that you guys didn't stop nothing, and that we still sold out our event that night. So she went on IG and was bragging about, hey, you guys didn't stop anything, that we still were successful in our A&M event that we had outside, where they had, honey, all the sheets blowing in the wind. Y'all know they had these little makeshift things up there with the sheets and shit out there in the back, because they don't have enough space on the inside to have anything because it's so small. So they put everything outside, which I don't know how they're going to do with it getting cold now. And with the weather starting to get bad, I don't know how they're going to be having events like that, because like I said, Black is very, very small. You guys saw that when I showed the video the other day, where they had Marceau some type of birthday party. It's very small in there. That place is very small. All right. So, now it's alleged, like I said, that too many people were blocking other businesses, which is why someone decided to call the police. I don't know who called. I don't really care who called. Now, Wanda said that the police was also called to Tisha's home during the reunion, when they went to LA to film the reunion, saying that Tisha's kids were left home alone. All right. This is what she's saying. Wanda says that someone pulled up in the driveway at Tisha's house and called the police. And she says that the police went to the door to Tisha and Marceau's house, because Wanda was there. We know, because she went live and was talking all that junk. And she said the police came to the door, and that she answered the door, and she let them know that the kids were not home alone, that she was actually babysitting the kids. She also says that it was a millimeter that did that, and that the millimeters better stop playing with Besma's tax dollars. Okay, that's what she tried to say, that the millimeters are playing with Besma's tax dollars by calling the police and saying that her kids were left home alone. Well, it kind of was alone, because your ass was downstairs. You weren't watching them. They were upstairs listening to you going off, talking about stuff that you shouldn't have been talking about. You were talking about very inappropriate stuff with her kids up them 3 stairs. They weren't far away, because I know at one point her daughter, one of Tisha's daughters, I think it's her youngest daughter, came downstairs while Wanda was on live talking about very inappropriate stuff, where somebody was, I don't even want to say, and she told Tisha's daughter to go back upstairs. Okay. She told them to go back upstairs and shut the door. So she was there with the kids, because I did see them. I did see her online at Tisha's house. All right. But I don't feel like nobody called no damn police, because Wanda, like I said, she went live at Tisha's house and the kids were there. I think that was something that was made up. I mean, I'm just going to say, I feel like that was made up. Wanda also speaks on the interview about Anthony Lawfully, as what she calls him. Y'all remember the Queen Sheba interview about Don Michelle, where she went on and she was talking about the situation about Anthony Lawfully, which is what Wanda calls him. Yeah, that was kind of crazy. Wanda says that she heard, which everything Wanda talks about on her channel is hearsay if you listen to it. Wanda says that she heard old girl Don, is what she called her, Don Michelle, was over there. Okay, and she says that Don Michelle had the destiny, okay, to say something about Anthony. Now, since when did Wanda become such a huge fan of Anthony? I'm trying to figure that out. As much as he dragged her on his channel, as much as he dragged Wanda on his channel and called her y'all know he do the whole bop, babaloo, bop, and all that stuff, talking about how she talks. He drags her and talks shit about her constantly. So now all of a sudden you are a fan of him. Now all of a sudden you love Anthony Lawfully and you speaking up for him and you mad. My thing is, you have a problem with Don Michelle because Don has ties to Melody. Don is Melody's manager. So just on the strength of that alone, you don't like her, which I feel like is very immature as a grown-ass woman for someone not to like somebody else because of who they are connected to. You can choose to like and dislike whoever you like or dislike, but I feel like that's a stupid reason not to like somebody. Like, seriously, you have a problem with Don Michelle, who you probably have never been in the same room with or ever been around, because this woman does not fool with you, and because of the ways that she is kind of helping Mel move about in this industry, baby. Mel's reputation, her her everything about her is moving along because of Don. And I feel like Wanda is upset about that because she felt like with Tisha being on this show that Tisha was going to be the star. Wanda wants Tisha and Marceau and them to be the star of this show, and it's not happening. And the fact that Melody has ties to Don Michelle and she's pushing her career along and putting her in a certain way that Tisha is not in, because y'all know Melody got the millimeters. Tisha ran out here and got the T Squad. The T Squad really doesn't have that pull like the Millimeters does. They don't support Tisha like the Millimeters do. So that bothers Wanda. Wanda wants that same feeling for Tisha. And I'm pretty sure Tisha's vocalized that. She sits back and watch all the stuff that Melody does, and it bothers her that Tisha does not get the same support as Melody does with the Millimeters. So now she's created this hate, like this fake beef, as they call it, this fake beef and this hate for the Millimeters because her daughter does not get the same love and or attention that Melody Cherie gets, or Dr. Melody Cherie. Let's put that on the front because I like that. Okay. She says that Dawn mentions Anthony mental health when Anthony was actually helping her. So what, since when? Because I watched the live. I was not actually on the live when they were on the live, but I went back and watched it. I said, I'm going to do my due diligence because I had several of my subscribers come to me and say, hey, Caramel, did you watch the interview with Don Michelle on Queen Sheba's thing? I think I went to bed early that night or something. So I actually did not watch the live, but I went back and I rewatched. I watched the replay. So she's saying that Don Michelle, she's upset that Don Michelle mentioned Anthony Lofty's mental health, saying that Anthony was actually helping Don Michelle, okay? And she says that Black people don't want to see other Black people come up. So that's how she tied the two together. When we actually heard Don Michelle say in the interview that she was doing the helping for, or, you know, with Anthony on several different things. Okay. I watched the live. All right. Now, said person that I actually saw was in the live, and several people were asking this said person, why were they in the live? They were telling her she was not welcome there. They was going off on this person. They was snapping on her. It even got to a point where Queen Sheba said, hey, I really don't care if you guys debate back and forth. Let's just be respectful. When said person popped up in the chat, and I'm gonna go ahead and say this person's name, Marcella. Marcella hopped in the chat as she hides in several different other content creators' bushes in order to gather information to take it back to Wanda and to talk about it on her platform. So she popped up in Queen Sheba's live. I saw her when she popped in. She is blocked for me, thank the Lord. But I did see what certain people were saying. Marcella, why are you here? Marcella, what you doing over here? Somebody actually called her piano teeth. I saw that, which I cackled. Somebody said, you must watch Caramel because Caramel be calling her dad. And the shit was funny. I was looking at the chat and I was dying laughing. But I felt like that was something that Marcella was doing, like I said, camping out in somebody else's live, because you're not a Millimeter. She don't like Melody either. So it was really weird to see her over there in the chat with all these Millimeters, and they were attacking her. They were in attack mode on Marcella. So it was crazy that she was in there. Okay, they were cussing her ass out and going off on her. But she went back and she briefed Wanda on what was said in this interview so that Wanda would have something to say on her platform in terms of addressing this situation with Anthony, who I still don't even know when she became friends with, because she's done several lives talking shit about Anthony. Several times she's inviting him to come to Bessemer because she want to fight him. She's inviting him to come down there talking about she gonna put her people from Bessemer on him. Like, it's been crazy. Same type of shit she do with me, which that don't bother me because we already know Wanda ain't about that life. But my point is, don't be sitting here trying to act like you are friends with someone when you don't fool with them. Like, stop it. It's the fake shit for me. I can't take it. And then the fact that you send your guard dog, little Stuart Little, over there, and I'm going to call her as Stuart Little because that's what I named her. Little Stuart Little over to the chat to be gathering information and hiding out in people's, bushes and shit, trying to see what somebody's talking about, when you're not really a fan of that person. Like, why do you care what the Millimeters or what Don have to say when you don't even fool with Don like that? That shit is just so fucking weird to me. Y'all, I'm sorry, I got a headache, so I'm slightly irritated by this shit this morning. I'm just like, Stuart Little, take your ass over there to them 300 views and worry about what you got going on over there and stop worrying about what the Millimeters and everybody else got to say. Don Michelle has every reason and every right to clear up whatever she wants to clear up as it relates to her, Anthony, or whoever else. Okay, I don't have a problem with that. But I do have a problem with people camping out and trying to gather information and running back and saying the wrong shit. She probably added some shit on there, putting 20 on 10, or maybe 50 on 10, because I see her doing that shit, because she does that constantly. I can't stand people like that. Like, mind your damn business, and y'all stay over there and fool with y'all little 300 views and y'all little chats over there. Like, please do that. Please do that. I'm trying to find a picture that I have, because I'm feeling real petty this morning. I'm feeling a little petty. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm feeling a little petty. I was trying to find something that I put together, and I can't find the shit right now, and it's getting on my nerves. I'm probably have to show up for my pop in. Let's move on, child. Yeah, I'm petty. I ain't done with her yet, though. I'm gonna have to address that shit. So my thing is this: for Wanda, how do you know what was said? Okay, after you went back and heard hearsay, you build your channel on hearsay and or what somebody else tell you. Now, it's been plenty of times I've seen Wanda go live, and I can always tell when she talks to Marcella because it's always some shit that she regurgitated and said to Wanda, so Wanda will go back and repeat. It's like they both share the same brain. Okay, it's like the two of them share the same brain. Marcella will go hide out in the chat or in the bushes or whatever, or she'll go in the chat and be talking, and people always, and I've seen it many times where people ask her why is she here, what are you doing here? They don't want to see her there. They don't fuck with her like that on any level, the short or the long way. But she will go back and say some shit to Wanda, and I can always tell when the two of them talk because she will go back and verbatim repeat the same shit that she say, which I think is just super stupid to me. Okay, put a cape on that shit because it's super stupid. But anyway, several people was asking her why was she there, and she was kind of going back and forth with people. And I also saw a person in the damn chat that was saying, hey, Marcella, don't fucking play with me. You don't really want it with me like that. I was just like, y'all is really doing a lot in the chat. Y'all acting like caramel in the chat, because y'all know I snap off on somebody's ass in a hot damn minute. But they were snapping on her. They were really snapping on her. They did not want to see her in there. But Wanda's issue is, like I said, that so many people support Melody and not Tisha, and she's very bothered by that. Okay, she's very bothered by that people are more faithful to Melody and that they ride for Melody the way that they do and not Tisha. Okay, so she don't really have any real beef with Don Michelle. Her beef is with anybody that support Melody. And she's also said in several of her life, I don't have a problem with Melly. I actually like Melly. She called her Melly. I actually like Melly. I don't have a problem with Melly. So then why are you still talking shit? Why are you doing it? Let's move on. Wanda addresses Marceau she says making a threesome with two other women. Now, how do you make a threesome? That shit's weird, but let's continue. She says that she don't believe that Marceau made a threesome with two other women. Y'all remember Keke came out this past episode to say that Marceau had a threesome with two girls that he saw in some club, that he left with those two girls, and he had a threesome with those two girls. That's the conversation that Keke had with Melody, and which Melody was like, oh my gosh, she had to clench her pearls when Keke said that. So Wanda is addressing the fact that she don't believe that Marceau had a threesome. But this is the same Marceau that you followed in his truck when you thought that he had a woman in the car. So if you thought that he had a woman in the car, then why would you put it past him that he would have a threesome with somebody else? Because it's damn near the same behavior. If he's running around with another woman in his car, according to you, because you thought he was cheating, then why wouldn't he, and I'm going to say it like Tisha, why wouldn't he be cheating in terms of a threesome? Why would you put that past him there? If he's cheating over here, I'm going to say he's cheating over there. And this is not the first time that we've heard rumors, and I'm going to call them rumors. It's not the first time that we've heard that Marceau has stepped out on Tisha. But because you don't want your daughter to feel away and it to be publicly talked about, now you want to throw out the narrative of you don't believe it and it's all lies. But okay, Wanda, if that makes you sleep good at night on your crunchy ass pin curls over there, baby, do what you got to do. All right, moving on, honey. Wanda also goes on to say that that she puts out a disclaimer, honey, to the millimeters. She says that when you think that she's grunk, not drunk, but with a G. When you think that she's grunk, Grunk, in the club, that she's wide awake. Whatever that means, honey, that's some of that old player talk. I don't know what grunk is, but we're gonna move on past it. I'm assuming she meant drunk. In school, they taught me that drunk started with a D. Maybe in Besma school system, the 2 days that she did go to school, baby, maybe they started with a G down there. I don't know. Let's move on, though. Wanda then turns around and said that all the men on Love and Marriage Huntsville is 304s, okay? That would also include your son-in-law, Marceau, because he is also a cast of the men on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So now you just contradicted yourself. Now you said he's faithful to your daughter, but then you turn around and say all the men on Love and Marriage Huntsville are 304s. That would also include Marceau. He'll be the first 304. Him and Martell running neck and neck, okay? I think they're trying to figure out who can be the biggest 304 on the show. Because honestly, they hang together. They've done shit together. He helped Martell cheat with Ariane, and Martell has covered up for situations that Marcel have done as well. If you go back and look at the first reunion, Martell actually said, I can bring the women to you that Marcel have cheated and messed around with. That's when Tisha tried to get buck and talk smart, and Marcel told her to shut the fuck up on the reunion, and she started crying. Y'all remember that? Go back and look at the first reunion when Maurice then jumped in and said, guys, why are you doing this? Because all you're doing is breaking up people's marriages. He was trying to shut Martell up because Martell could have also implicated him as well, because Maurice be in them streets as well. So had Martell kept talking, because Tisha said, how do you know? Were you there? Martell said, yes, I was there. And I can actually bring the women to you that he was messing with. Tisha sat her ass back and shut the hell up. And Marceau mumbled under his breath, at which the caption came up on the screen and told Tisha to shut the fuck up. You know why he told her that? Because he knows that Martell knows where the bones are buried. You don't want to fuck around with a person who know your secrets. You don't want to pull their leg and initiate some stuff that you're not ready for. And that's what I say with Tisha. Thank you, baby, for sitting on the reunion trying to be, but you was not ready for what Martell was getting ready to put out there, because you know Martell hangs with your husband. And you also know they do the same stuff. So stop it. And Wanda, you stop it as well. You stop it as well. Wanda goes on to say that Tisha is the type of person who don't like to go toe-to-toe with anyone unless she has to. But my question is, why did you not go toe-to-toe with Keke when she threw the drink in your face with the episode coming up this Sunday? Why did you not go toe-to-toe with her when she threw the drink in your face, and when she was going back and forth with you and saying that your husband was caught stepping out with somebody else? Why did you not say anything? Why did you not say, that's a lie, Keke? My husband don't step out. That's a lie. You sat there quiet while your husband said to you, we're not going to talk about that right now. So what is there to talk about? If we're not going to talk about that, what is that? What is that? If there is no cheating, then what is that you're telling her that we're not going to talk about that? So that says to me, there's some shit that you guys talked about, and it's understood that it's not going to be on camera. But when Keke brought it into fruition for everybody to hear it, that bothered you. That pissed you off, because the persona that you have been putting out on Love and Marriage Huntsville since season 1, that you guys have a perfect marriage with the SH on the end, okay? Yeah, that it's all lies and bullshit. You don't want that out because you don't want to talk about your indiscretions, but you love to talk about other people's. You quick to talk about what happened with Melody and Martell, but then when the shoe is put on your foot, you want to take the bitch off. All of a sudden, your corn's hurting. You don't want to talk about that shit now. But guess who's going to talk about it? Me, she, her. All three of us. Me, she, and her. I'm going to talk about it. We're not going to sweep it under the rug, because if you keep sweeping shit under the rug, eventually it's going to be a hump. And I want to see what that hump is humping. I want to see what that hump is humping. I want to see that shit, okay? I'm be the one to talk about it. You ain't going to get nothing past caramel, all right? We got a headache over here, but bitch, we're going to read and drag this morning. I'm sorry. We're going to push past it. Because when I saw that, I said, yeah. The hump is humping, baby. Oh, yeah, the hump is humping. Okay, let's talk about this hump. All right, so Wanda speaks on Tisha's Macy and Mildew hair care product. That's what I call it. Don't be in my comments on the bullshit about, please don't talk about the kids. It's not about the kids. It's the name, all right? That's the name of the product. That's what I like to call it, because I'm a petty girl in my petty world. All right, y'all know that about me. Please stay out my DMs with that bullshit. But moving on. Wanda speaks on the Macy and Mildew hair care product, saying that people says that Tisha stole Stormy's hair care product line, and she says that it's lies. She wants the millimeters, who she says again, she wants us to stop the lies in terms of pushing out false narratives. I said false narratives because she can't say it. All right. So Wanda then says that she was told, once again, it's called hearsay, okay, that she says that Stormy and Tisha has the same person doing their hair care products, and that Tisha was trying something to cover it up, meaning the labels. Y'all remember the episode where they showed that the labels, the Canvas Beauty labels, were covered up with Tisha's labels for her hair care product for her daughters, for the Macy and Mildew. Y'all remember that? The little switcheroo where the guy was putting the label over the Canvas Beauty labels. All right, so she says, let's go back because I want you guys to stay with me. She says that Stormi and Tisha have the same person doing their hair care products, and that Tisha was trying something to cover it up on the bottle to see what it would look like. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. Me, right here, sitting right here in this chair that's on the screen watching you guys. While y'all watching me and I'm watching you, I call bullshit. Okay? I got to say that. Is that all you could come up with? You might have should have waited to do your live so you could think a little bit more on that lie before you put it out there, because now Caramel got to drag your ass for that. Like, you can't pull it. You can never pull the wool over my eyes. Let me just say that. First and foremost, you don't need to see what a fucking label look like on a bottle. Now, she's saying that the bottles were already brought to Tisha with the labels on there. So if they have the same company that they're running up under, the same person that's doing their product, they're not going to send Canvas Beauty labels on a bottle for your company. Why would they do that? I've already said that I feel like that this hair care line that Tisha is doing, which is why she will never go against Stormi. Tisha will not speak against Stormi because I believe that the hair care products that she is using is old products that she used for her son Chase's hair care line that did not go anywhere. You guys remember Stormi had a hair care line for her son that did not go anywhere. So what was she going to do with all this product that was sitting in her warehouse in terms of making money? What is she going to do with it? She is going to go and team up with someone and let them use that product so that she can get a portion of the proceeds from that. That's what you call smart business. Use my product, put your label on it, and I'm going to get a portion of the proceeds in terms of what you sell. That's what's going on here. Spare me the bullshit of this switcheroo that we saw on national television. Maybe production was supposed to hide that part. But since they didn't and they showed me, now I got to speak on that. Because when you came back and said, oh, no, that's not what's going on here. What happens is they're using the same person who makes the product. Well, I gotta call bullshit on that. Okay? I gotta call bullshit on that. I'm sorry. It's Stormi's Canvas Beauty stuff. If y'all notice, Stormi really hasn't been promoting Canvas Beauty stuff anymore. Like I said, all that stuff that she did not use from Chase's product line that didn't go anywhere whenever Mel started putting out her Sugar Mama line. Y'all remember Stormi came out with her Chase's line for her son's line. It didn't do well. So what do you do with all this product that you got sitting stacked up in a warehouse? It makes sense to give it to Tisha and let her put her labels on it and say, I've been doing this for 5 years. Tisha says that she's been in the lab, honey, putting this thing together for 5 years. Did you remember that, Wanda? So how, pray tell, did she put this together for 5 years and you sitting here switching labels? Does that make any sense to anyone watching me right now? Does it make sense for Tisha, who said on national television, on Love and Marriage Huntsville on this last episode, that she's been putting together her Macy and Mildew product hair care line for the past 5 years when her youngest daughter at the time was 2 and 3 years old? Who has their 2 and 3 year old daughter in a laboratory putting together hair care products when the product is already put together? That makes no sense. But let's continue. Wanda also goes on to say that Tisha don't have nothing to do with people covering up Canvas Beauty labels, that it was the produce. Whatever that means, we'll continue. She says that the labels were already on there, like I just said, when Tisha got the bottles. That does not sound like someone who have been doing a product line for 5 years. If I'm doing a product line, even if I'm doing the same product, doing my own product line and using the same person that someone else is using, they're not going to send me labels or bottles that's labeled from someone else's business to my home for me to label my own bottles. That makes no sense to me. If me and Stormi are doing hair care products, why would that company that they're using send me Canvas Beauty bottles that's already labeled for me to put my labels or whatever I choose to name it over Canvas Beauty's labels? When they start doing that, sending out already labeled bottles with someone else's company on it, that's fraud and a little bit of misrepresentation, which is what you guys are already being sued for, if we want to go there. We'll continue. Wanda also goes on to say that we didn't see Tisha's fingers on none of the bottles. So now she's trying to remove Tisha completely from this switcheroo that we saw on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Wanda says we didn't see Tisha's fingers on no bottle, so she didn't cover up no labels. It was produce. That's what we're going to go with. All right, Wanda. Now she says that they have the same person, like I said, doing the hair care product. But I was like, yeah, we done talked about that. Let's move on. She also sits back. Tisha sits back, like I said, and she talks to her mother. And she will not address nothing. She will throw out subliminals, I will say, on her IG. But what Tisha will not do is address anything head on. When people have questions about stuff, just like when they asked her on her live, Tisha, what's in the hair care product? What's in this product that you're pushing and you want people to support you and or buy? She could not tell you. But if you've been in a laboratory for over 5 years, this has been something that you've been putting together for 5 years. It should fly off your brain. You shouldn't even have to look at a paper to say this is what's in my product. You should already know. For 5 years, you should have it already memorized by now. Thank you so much for 950 in the chat. Thank you so much, Marcella and Wanda, for being in the bushes. Y'all hosts can hit the like button as well. If you're gonna be up in here listening to my shit, that's the least you can do. All right, we're not taking no prisoners today. Caramel ain't gonna be nice today because we got a headache. All right, we done told you. Moving on. But like I said, Tisha will sit back and she lets Wanda address her issues because she will never do that. Because she don't want to sound a damn mess and she don't want to be contradicting just like her mother. She will allow her mother to be contradicting because she doesn't want to do it. Tisha has an image to uphold because she is on Love and Marriage Huntsville. She's trying to build businesses. She wants people to support them. So she will never, ever get into any type of altercation with someone to address anything. That is why her mother got her YouTube channel so that she can do it for her. Wanda's not on Love and Marriage Huntsville. She is primarily using that YouTube channel to show face, to keep herself out there so that people will not forget her. And she's trying to slowly get herself back on the show. If you notice, every time she talks about something, she took random pictures with some random white people down there in Huntsville where she was saying, oh, these people say they want to see me on the show. Never ever seen you once ever, and they probably never watched Love and Marriage Huntsville ever. She said some man came to fix her hot water heater. He saw a picture of her on the wall, and he was saying, oh, I remember you from this show. I want to see you back on the show. That is her go-to. Wanda wants to be back on Love and Marriage Huntsville, so she uses her platform to talk off the show because she can't be on the show, and it bothers her. It bothers her. She sits back and she watches the show, and then she goes back and she goes for people and says she's going to grab them and she's going to address them well. We just saw you at Marceau's birthday party with Nell Carter and Nell Fletcher and her husband there, and you didn't even say anything to them. This is the same person you said you were going to drag and you wanted to address her and you wanted to talk shit to her, but you were right there pop locking and dropping and couldn't get back up. When Nell was right there dancing, not even 2 feet away from you, because the place is what, like a 3x5 club. It's a small place. But Nell was right there in your face, honey, and dancing, and everybody was all on the kumbaya. You was trying to grandma twerk and everything else, and you ain't said shit to her. We ain't heard nothing about no altercation between you and Nell Fletcher. So again, I gotta call bullshit. Let's continue. We're about done, y'all. Wanda goes on to address the water being thrown on Tisha and says that she is going live next Thursday to address that. Of course she is, okay? Of course she is. She also says that Keke has the destiny to talk stuff on Tisha or to tell stuff on Tisha and Marceau's relationship. She says, but Keke better not step on her toes. Wanda also goes on to say that Tisha knows about the natural products because she actually got it from her because she used lard and Crisco back in the day to press her hair out, okay? She also says that she made her own lard to use on her hair. So y'all remember Tisha was saying that her hair care product is all natural. Now Wanda is trying to take the credit for saying that Tisha learned her natural hair care products from her because back in the day, she used lard. And I was like, bitch, ain't that what we fried chicken in when back then? I remember my grandmother used lard back in the day. Lard was used to like fry chicken or whatever you wanted to use it for. I've never heard of anyone using lard on their hair and or Crisco, bitch. If you want your chicken to be extra crispy, then you put some lard, put some Crisco in that damn pan or that pot, and you fry your shit up. I've never ever heard of nobody parting their hair down the middle and pouring no Crisco down that bitch. That's something I never heard. Maybe that's a Besma thing. Maybe lard is a Besma thing as well. I never heard of that. And if you're putting lard in the hair care products for your children out there, baby, that's probably why the shit ain't selling. You only sold 175 bottles, and 170 of them hoes is probably from your family down there in Bessemer. And that just because I'm feeling petty. Let's continue. Yeah. But Wanda's on her clout chasing child. Wanda, like I said, she wants to be back on the show, so she's fighting all Tisha's battles, honey, because that makes her feel good. That makes her that gives her the clout that she's looking for, that she's not able to obtain from being on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay. Let's continue. Wanda also says that people with no man on the show, meaning Melody, and they're still in love with their husband, their ex-husband, meaning Martell. She's trying to say that Melody talks all this junk on the show, but she's still in love with Martell. She also goes on to say that Tisha never seen Marceau cheating, so she shouldn't leave him based on what peoples, according to her, plural peoples, tell her about Marceau. She says unless she see it with her own eyes, that it cannot be true. Well, continue to live in La La Land and continue to get cheated on, all right? Wanda also says that someone on the show got an STD on the show from getting cheated on. She would not say who that name was because she don't want to be sued for defamation of character. All right, I said that part. Wanda also speaks on the Scotts. She says that the Scotts actually makes the show Love and Marriage Huntsville. She says that someone said, meaning that the millimeters said that Tisha that they made Tisha. She's trying to say that somebody said that they made Tisha on the show. She says, but nobody made Tisha. She says that, like Tisha said, if you made me, then y'all know she said THAN, make another one. So she wanted to talk about that as well. She also said that people said that if Marceau wasn't on the show, that he wouldn't be nothing. She says that he would just be on another better show. That's what Wanda says. She says that even if he did not get a chance to be on Love and Marriage Huntsville through Mel and Martell, that he could have been on another better show, according to her. Won't nobody checking for him or Tisha. I promise you. Nobody but the movie theater was checking for Tisha and Marceau. Okay, nobody but the movie theater, and they won't even checking for him no more because his ass was fired. How the fuck did you get fired from a movie theater? All you're doing is popping popcorn, sprinkling salt on that shit, and putting some occasional butter on there, and asking somebody else what kind of drink do you want before they go see the movie. Why can you not do that? What is so hard about that? Why are you not working at Target no more? Like, nigga, won't nobody checking for you? Mel and Martell actually helped you get on this platform, and I haven't heard of any other shows reaching out to you for you to be on there. Quiet as kept. Like, no other shows have asked you to be on their show. So you can stop with that lie too, Wanda. All right. She also goes on to say that if it wasn't for the Scotts on the show, that it wouldn't be no show, and that it would be just a host show. That's what Wanda had to say. But we don't really want to see the Scotts on the show anyway. All right. Yeah, we really don't want to see that, and we don't want to see Kimmy and Maurice. Maurice actually needs to be somewhere in therapy, if you ask me. He needs to be in some type of sex therapy. And I ain't even gonna say allegedly, just from what I've seen on the show. Now, Tisha and Marceau, okay, and their lies and their fake relationship and storylines, I don't feel like that makes the show, because a lot of viewers have already voiced their opinions on how they feel about them being on the show with their lies and their alibis. They will not show their businesses because they owe everybody. They're in trouble with a lot of their businesses. We know that from the deposition. All right, they're in debt. They're getting sued. They have liens on their property. There's a lien on Bedrock as we speak because they did not pay the excavation company that was working out there. So they chose to put a lien on their property. Catch that, T. Call me a liar so I can go pull the documents. Okay? Play with me. Initiate my petty. Let's say that this morning. Initiate my petty, and I'm going to pull documents on that shit. Because guess who got them? Okay? We never gonna talk about no shit that we ain't got over here, okay? We already saw where that loan, that $975,000 loan, had to be reduced down to 300-something thousand because of alleged mismanagement, and they could not manage the loan, okay? And they haven't begun to do anything on the somebody said activate. They haven't done anything on the property in terms of doing nothing. So why pray tell? Why, pray tell, are they the stars of this show? You're not even a star off the show. Somebody said, pull them. Y'all don't play with me. Don't play with me. I ain't even going to say allegedly on that shit. And I'm very sure on that. All right. So why y'all ain't riding back up to Bedrock? Let me ask that question. Why do you not ride back up to Bedrock and show us the land of the improvement of what you guys are doing? You know why you're not going to do it? One, because the loan that you guys have, you probably done blew through the money. Two, You got 15 years to pay off 300 and something, 318,000 to be exact, on the loan that was $975,000 that you initially got. But you did not do right by that money. There's no coincidence to me that when this said loan was taken out, that Marceau decided all of a sudden that he was depressed and needed to take a good old trip down to Africa without his wife. Yeah. This is the same time that this money was given to them. And you guys have burnt bridges to where there's no other banks that will loan you guys any money. Oh, yeah. There's no other banks that will fool with them guys, because they don't pay what they're supposed to pay. There is a lien on Bedrock, which is why they cannot build. Because y'all don't pay people. All right. And Kim and Maurice, like I said, they can actually go ahead and leave from the show because they continue to skate by, and I'm tired of hearing about this sex mess between the two of them. I'm sick of it. This season, pretty much, Kimmy, you celebrated Maurice out here talking about he's a whole attorney, but every time we turn around, you're saying, oh God, he can't represent you in that. He's not that type of attorney. Well, what type of attorney is he? You can't represent an ant in a damn dog fight, okay? That's what it's giving me. You can't represent nothing out here. Okay, could it be that he did not take the bar? Let me go ahead and be messy. Could it be? Let me swirl a little bit. Could it be that he did not take the bar because he has a he got the credentials? What did they say? He got a certificate from an unaccredited school because of his record. Could it be that? Because I know Maurice got a record out here. We don't talk about it on my live. Could it be that he did not take the bar like you tried to say on the show, Kimmy? Oh, we're celebrating him taking the bar. Come on in here, Maurice. Thank you for coming in here and passing the bar. You got to stay down there at the hotel. This is how she talks. She's got to stay down there at the hotel so he can study. Because, yeah, nigga, you could have stayed at home and studied. You could have stayed at home and studied. Maurice has got to take the bar, got to go down there to the hotel and study down there at the hotel so he can pass the bar. Nigga, you didn't even take the bar. You have an unaccredited certificate from this school, and I feel like you didn't take the bar because you have a record. We'll say allegedly, because I do like to be cute. But let's move on, child. Stop playing in the viewers' faces, okay? Carlos allows this bullshit because it makes ratings, okay? It makes good TV, according to him, all right? Wanda feels that because of the majority of the cast is the Scots that they make the show. Bullshit, all right? Quantity does not mean quality on this show or any other show, all right? Now, it would have been looking like Tisha and Marceau. What am I trying to say? It would have been nothing, like I said. The show would have been nothing without Melody and Martell coming to them. So I don't know why they don't like to give people credit. Usually when you help people that really don't have shit, this is the type of behavior that we get from them, okay? The show is about Black excellence. Wanda, you being on the show does not exude excellence at all. It exudes ratchet behavior, and we're tired of that. Why you think that we ain't seen Betty since the episode at Stormy's house, guys, on this season? Why do you guys think that? Because fans have been vocalizing how they feel about Betty being on this show. That's the only time we've seen Betty, is when she got into it with the Aunt Lisa over there at Stormy's house. Have we seen Betty anymore? Think about it. She is in the season timeout just like Stormy. I mean, just like Wanda. Now, granted, she was at the reunion. Wanda was not, because Wanda did not make an appearance this season. But, and we put and it's a big but there. Wanda should not, like I said, be on the show because she does not exude excellence. She is ratchet. She's attention-seeking. She lies. She likes to jump in people's conversations and people's business and start shit. You talked about people's families. You talked about people's children. You come for people that's not coming for you because you seek attention. And you're over opinionated, okay? And the viewers are sick of that, okay? They're sick of that, all right? Like I said, Carlos, he does see the comments and he does listen to what fans of the show have to say. But he is not going to risk another blackout for this show. I promise you. We're almost at 1,000 in the chat, guys. Please, let's get the likes up, okay? Let's get the likes up on this show. He is not going to risk another blackout on this show, because if it continues to be blacked out and people stop watching this show, OWN will pull this show from the network. He has to have a certain amount of viewership in order to keep the show on the air. And Carlos knows exactly what he's doing. That's why he set Wanda down. He is not going to risk having another blackout. Wanda is not good for this show. I'm sorry. As much as people say, oh, I want to see her on the show. No. She's not good for this show, and he knows that. He's not going to risk it. Carlos used Melody to try to encourage people to watch the show last season. Y'all remember, Melody was going live during the show, okay, to boost the viewers. Y'all remember she was saying, hey guys, y'all please watch the show. Hey guys, thank you guys for joining my live. And I would say just like her, thank you guys for joining my live. I am Mel. Guys, thank y'all for watching Marriage Huntsville. Keep watching the show, guys. So he actually asked her, and I'm gonna say he probably asked her to kind of go live and encourage people to start back watching the show again because people stopped watching. People stop watching the show. This is her baby. This is Melody's show. In addition, she is executive producer of this show. So she does, of course, not. She don't want to see this show go under. So I didn't see Carlos asking the T Squad. I didn't see him asking Tisha or the T Squad to come on and ask people to watch the show because ain't nobody checking for them like that. But people will listen and or resonate with Melody anytime she asks them to do something because they love to support her. She has a lot of people who support her and follow her. Like the Melody got a lot of people who support her. Outside of Melody, it's people that's not even millimeters that still support her. Now, when it comes to Tisha, can y'all imagine her? Okay, guys. Hey, thank you, guys. This is Tisha. Thank you guys for watching my live. Can y'all please watch Love and Marriage? They're not gonna watch the show behind that. First of all, they're not gonna understand what the fuck you're saying. 2, they don't resonate with you. 3, they see you as being attached to your ancient husbands, who everybody now is calling a whole bitch out here. They are not going to watch the show on the strength of Tisha coming out here trying to promote it. But they will watch it if Melody hops on live and say, hi guys, this is Mel. Thank you guys for watching Love and Marriage Huntsville. Please watch the show this season. They're going to watch the show. Y'all know I got to do my male voice. And I do it so well, don't I? Thank you. But anyway, yes. But like I said, Melody sold out of everything she had in terms of back orders, okay, and did not need her speech therapist, which was the woman, Angela, that was seen in this past episode on, where they showed Tisha and her kids over there packing up product, you guys. It said and alleged, it was sent to me from one of my subscribers, thank you so much, that said woman, Angela, on this past episode was supposed to be Tisha's speech therapist and not her manager. Y'all see the bullshit I'm talking about? You see the bullshit I'm talking about. If you notice, she didn't pack not one bottle of Macy and Mildew. She really did not. Okay. She was like, bitch, I ain't here to be packing shit. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, Melody did not need her speech therapist, honey, there to pretend to be doing anything on no damn show, to be packing up no products. So thank you, Angela, for showing your face, honey, to make it look like you was over there as Tisha's manager. I don't know what it is to manage, because what is it that she do besides stay at home? I ain't never known nobody to stay at home all day to need a manager. But let's continue, all right? But at the end of the day, like I said, from what I'm seeing with this damn show, if they don't go ahead and do something about the casting on this show, I keep saying it needs to be recasting. There's too many Scotts on the show. I think that the viewers have vocalized many times that they are tired of the fake storylines. They don't like to show their businesses. Maurice, you have your credit business over there. We haven't seen you not one time talk about it and or promote it. We have seen Melody promote her stuff, property preservation. We've seen that on the show, and it's doing well on and off the show. We have not seen the Scotts talk about their businesses, like I said, as well, because they are being sued for fraud and misrepresentation. Like Marcel said at the last reunion, it's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed to talk about it. Of course you are, but that's still a part of your storyline, because the premise of the show is about Black excellence and Black business. If you're not going to talk about your shit, get what they call the fuck off. And at the end of the day, guys, that is the end of my show. Thank you all 1,000 and something of you guys for joining this morning and for hitting the like button. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you, guys. Enjoy your day. We will be back for a pop-in today. I'm going to make it happen, even though I've been having headaches off and on. I'm going to still do it because I did not pop in yesterday, because I do have some other stuff that I need to run through with you guys. All right. But thank y'all for joining. I really appreciate you guys joining my live this morning, honey. Y'all know I was going to be on my petty bullshit, as I always am. Love you guys all the way that way. Thank you, Moss, for doing such a great job for any cash apps or any super chats that you guys gave as well. I appreciate it. Okay. Love you guys all the way down. Thank y'all so much for your support for my channel. I really do. All right. And goodbye. Somebody said Pettyville was good. Thank you guys. Goodbye.